Alrighty, so when we multiply two binomials and get an answer, that's going one direction. When we take a polynomial like this and we want to factor it, our answer will be in the form of parentheses, x plus a number or minus a number. It'll be what we had up here. So we're going from one way to the other. So now we're going to go the other way. I'm going to start with this equation and I'm going to get two factors. And factoring, you may have learned lots of different ways. I'm going to show you my way. And I want to show you what I have here. I have x squared plus 7x plus 12, and I want to factor this. And so I'm going to do so. Whenever you factor, you want to find a set of numbers that multiply to your last term. So this is my first term, my second term, and my third term. I want to find the ones that multiply to this term, my last term, multiply to this term, and add to the middle term. So I want to find a set of numbers that I can multiply to get 12 and add to get 7. You may know off the top of your head, and I hope that you do. But if you don't, that's totally fine. I gave you guys a factor chart. So if you go to our Teams page, in the folder for this unit where you found the notes, the KC7 folder, there is a factor chart, and you can open that. And this will be pretty helpful. And I do not care at all if you need to use this. Totally cool. This factor chart gives you numbers 1 through 100 and all of the numbers that multiply together to get it. So for instance, we want to find the numbers that multiply to get me 12. And so here's 12. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4 are all numbers that I can multiply together to get 12. So I'm going to go write that down. And you want to show this work. This is the work you want to show. So here's 12. I have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. And those came straight from my factor chart, or you knew that off the top of your head. You want to see which set of numbers a set goes across. 1 and 12 are a set. You cannot separate them. You can't do 1, 2, and 3, right? Those are a set. So you want to find which set of numbers, either 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4, can I manipulate some way to get to 7? Well, 1 and 12, there's no way I can get 7. 2 and 6, I can't get 7. But you're thinking I can get 3 and 4 to make 7. And how? How do you get 3 and 4 to make 7? Well, 3 plus 4. A positive 3 plus a positive 4 makes a positive 7. So my two factors are going to be x plus 3 and x plus 4. Right? Fun and dandy. This is a nice one to start with because hopefully it's starting to jog your memory. It's not always going to be this straightforward though. So let's look at this example right here. Factor x squared plus 4x minus 12. Whenever I tell you to factor, you're going to follow the same steps. So you're going to find the numbers that multiply to your last term, but you can add to your middle term. Okay? So I want to find the numbers that multiply to 12 or negative 12. And I say or, I understand that this 12 is negative, but let's think about that. On my factor chart, the numbers that I multiply to make 12 are the same numbers I multiply to make negative 12. So although your last number may be negative, you're going to use the positive version of that number for your factor chart. So I'm still going to go look at positive 12. Because 1 and 12 still make negative 12 if I make one of them negative, but the numbers stay. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, right? 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And now I want to see how I can manipulate them. Which set of numbers can I manipulate so that I can get 4? 1 and 12, there's nothing I can do to get 4. 2 and 6, there is a way I can get 4 with those, but let's think, and then 3 and 4, there's no way I can get 4. But you're probably thinking in your head, I can take 2 and 6 and get 4. Well, what if I take a positive 6 and subtract 2? Let's just keep that in the back of our mind. Let's take a positive 6 and subtract 2. All right, I got to switch to the next video, so make sure you follow with the next video right after this. One sec.